Max Christie, Major Leap incoming, Jaxson Hayes, already stepping up off the bench? What's good, y'all, and welcome to Lakers Digest. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and we got a lot to talk about today, so let's hop straight into things. First things first, Max Christie, Major Leap incoming. So, Max Christie is coming into his sophomore season here with the Los Angeles Lakers after coming off a rookie season where, he didn't play too much for the big club, but when he did, he showed out and showed up. And he played a lot for the South Bay Lakers and was able to grow and develop there, but he also pushed it even more into the summer as he was a guy that added 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. And his play throughout summer league, because he was a guy that made the all summer league team, showed out for that team and was one of the main leaders for that guy. He earned the confidence of the coaching staff and even some of his players, but mainly the coaching staff. So here's what Darvin Ham said. He's a guy that's going to be one of the most versatile basketball players on the roster. So having your head coach saying these things about you is only going to bode huge confidence for a guy like Max Christie, who is going to be pining for playing time for this Laker team. So, like Darvin Ham said, he's one of the most versatile guys we have on the team. So he's a lot different than all the guards that we have, as with Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell are all skill guards, very good at dribble, pass, and shoot. But Max Christie is more of a 3-and-D guard. So he's going to be a guy that can be able to defend multiple positions, and he can guard ones, twos, threes, and even some fours. So that versatility is only going to help the Lakers in a myriad of ways. There's going to be a multitude of ways they can deploy him in different spots. And the biggest things for Max Christie during the offseason was getting his offensive better and getting stronger, which I said before that he did. So his offensive has really grown as not only just being a catch and shoot guy, but a guy who can take it off the dribble and take it all the way to the basket or even hit that mid-range shot. So his offensive improvement is going to be a way for him to possibly get playing time, especially early on in the season. He's been one of the first couple of guards off the bench here, and he's going to be a guy that you can plug next to any one of those skill guards. And if any one of those guys are either struggling or have an injury, you can throw Max Christie straight into that spot. He's going to be a guy that almost fits like a glove, because he's a guy that doesn't need the basketball. He's going to be an off-ball player, and that's going to be important, especially when you have a team that you're on with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell, guys who are all going to use up usage. So you're going to need a low-usage guy who can do a lot of good things in defensive end and also hit open shots when he has the chance to. But the biggest thing I think that Max Christie is going to really help the Lakers with is rebounding. So the Lakers were one of the worst rebounding teams last season, and it's just having just better people who can rebound at different positions. So having a guy like Max Christie, who is, I believe, the best rebounding guard the Lakers have on the roster, he's a guy that's very smart rebounder. He's 6'6", like I said, he got a lot bigger, so he's got long limbs. So he goes up there with two hands, grabs rebounds, and that's going to be important for the Laker offense that wants to get out and go, speed things up, do things in transition. And having guards that can rebound only helps your case, because a guy like Max Christie can push the ball up or even get a good outlet pass to one of those high volume usage guys like D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, or LeBron James. And that's going to help the Laker team so much, just because of their ability not only to have guards rebound, but you can have just different actions coming out of that as well. So having a guy like Max Christie who has that different skill set than those other guards, I think is just gonna really shore up that Laker rotation and really give Darvin Ham another look at another guard that can do something a little bit different than what his main guards can do. And also his offensive growth is going to be able to help him compete with some of the other new guys that the Lakers got on this roster, with likes of Cam Reddish and also Taurean Prince. And since he's a guy that the Lakers have been watching for a year grow, some of the teammates and some of the core guys, they already have that trust. So they're looking for Max Christie to possibly make a big impact this season. So next thing on the list, since we're speaking about impacts, Jaxson Hayes stepping up off the bench. So Jaxson Hayes is a new player with the Lakers. He played his past 4 seasons with the New Orleans Pelicans, and I know Laker fans don't know too much about him, mostly because he kind of got lost in the sauce there in New Orleans. He was a guy that had a lot of guys playing at his position, and he kind of was like pushed to the side a little bit and also put out of position. But here with the Lakers, he has almost like a more defined role and almost a more viable way to get playing time because he is going to be one of the backup bigs. And I think he's a guy that even if the Lakers use some of those two big lineups, he's going to be a guy that's going to be looked at to just do what he does best. And that is use that freakish athleticism. He's a guy who's a very good rim runner. He's got very good running habits. He's a guy that can get back on the floor, not only on the offensive end, but get back on the defensive end. So he's a guy that's going to help the Lakers out in transition defense, where they were also pretty poor last season. So having a guy like Jaxson Hayes, he's also brings a set of defensive versatility, as he said himself. He's comfortable defending at the rim as well as switching onto the perimeter and defending wings and even guards as well. And he likes playing defense, and he says he'll be willing to deploy however Darvin Ham decides. So having this kind of versatility with your center, where a guy who can be able to guard multiple positions, is only going to help the Lakers, especially when guys like Anthony Davis is not on the floor, because the Lakers really, really struggled last season when Anthony Davis wasn't on the floor, wasn't able to shore up that defensive anchor that he usually is. So having a guy like Jaxson Hayes, who isn't as good as Anthony Davis, well, no one is, but he's a guy who can approximate some of the things that Anthony Davis does with his length and athleticism and even his switchability. So having able to switch out on guards is going to be able to help the Lakers, say if they ever want to go to switch or if they're staying in their same drop coverages and stuff like that. So having Jaxson Hayes be able to be sort of like a Swiss Army knife on defense is going to help Darvin Ham sort of like make decisions whether who the backup big is going to be. So there's a lot of talk that it could be he's fighting with Christian Wood for minutes, and one of these guys are going to be one of the main guys off the bench. And early returns on the preseason, Jaxson Hayes has been playing really well. He's a guy who's been running the floor quite well. He hasn't missed a shot, I believe, to this date, and he's just been a guy that's been really impressed me, especially on the offensive end with his passing. And not because like he's a guy that you can give the ball to and he's gonna make a play, but like he's a guy that just makes the right pass and makes the right read. So he makes a simple pass, like as if the ball comes to him, nothing going on, then it's a quick ball reversal. There's like no wasted movements in his offense, and that's gonna really help the Lakers speed up their offense and help their offense flow a lot better, especially since they've got all those skill guards and all these high-level playmakers. Jaxson Hayes, all he has to do is just set hard screens and roll to the rim, and then he's going to have a lot of easy dunks. If he crashes the glass hard, he can have some putbacks as well. So having a guy like Jaxson Hayes is going to help the Lakers shore up some things, especially, I think, when Anthony Davis is not on the floor. So that's going to be it for this Laker video. If you guys want more Laker news, coverage, just anything to do with the Lakers, you guys are going to hit that subscribe button to Lakers Digest. Like I said before, my name is Okechi Apakama, and I'm signing out.